Which is the greatest quick Nigerian food combo ever?
It has got to be noodles and egg.
Oh.
Yeah, noodles and egg. All those kind
so
of things.
I have a question. Are you Gen Z?
Gen Z, yeah. Gen Z, 100%.
Okay, guys, do you want to agree with me now that there's something about Gen Zs and noodles?
Noodles, straight ahead. Ahead. We are noodle generation. What do you think?
They definitely call them that.
Yeah.
I never even knew the correlation of noodle and Gen Z until now. Yeah. I'm seeing it. Yeah. They sent me a couple of combos that we felt it's quick.
Okay.
Beans and bread.
Beans and bread. Before the beans go done now, your hunger go done quench.
Pap and akara.
It's only by the grace of God that you'll be able to do a perfect pap. I think it comes from the corn. What do you think?
No, it comes from your hand. I do not know how to do it perfectly.
I think there are varieties of corn. And to me, to my own knowledge or what I found out, because I do pap. I do pap almost every time. Then I got tired and I started doing custard.
Okay.
Because custard is easier.
So, but don't blame the corn. Let's look at yam and egg.
So yam, before you start cutting the yam.
Banter and Bites with Malta Guinness. It's Foodies and Spice, guys, and I've got Paul. Paul is the winner of the Malta Guinness trivia that just happened recently on Instagram. We wanted to find out those who were following the show, and Paul seemed to have been following the show. Welcome, Paul.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's so exciting to be here.
Yeah, those questions were simple, right?
They are kind of tricky, They're kind of tricky. They're, maybe when you read them, there will be an answer on your head, but you don't know that those answers are wrong.
Not the right ones.
Yeah,
so you have to be watching the show to really know the answers. So welcome.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're a foodie, right? You like food.
I love food. I felt that it was God that brought me here because even God knows that I love food. So I'm so excited to be eating all this.
Yeah, so that's great. Let's say on a very hungry day, you've been so hungry and you just get to the house. You are looking for what to eat immediately. Which is the greatest quick Nigerian food combo ever?
Well, in my own opinion, it has got to be noodles and egg. Just put those noodles in boiling water, then sprinkle salt and all of that seasoning, and then boil your egg, and you are done. you have prepared a very good meal, like a quick meal. I would have said gari and granite, but gone are those days when I was in school, when I used to suffer. Yeah, when most times when I come home after lectures, I'll be so famished, and the quickest meal at that time was gari. Just put gari in a bowl, then add sugar, and then some milk, if you have milk, and water, and mix together.
That looks like ajabota gari and granite.
Okay. Yeah, I started adding milk to my gari because of they said it affects the eyes and something like that.
I think gari will blind your eyes.
So make I feel see eye. Like let me be seeing what I'm reading. You understand? When I'm in the exam hall.
So you started adding milk to dilute whatever will destroy your eye.
When I'm in the exam hall, I'll be like, hey, what is IS? What is IS? You can imagine that kind of tension. Your brain will no longer work. I know those kind of things.
So I have a question. Are you Gen Z?
Gen Z, yeah. Gen Z, 100%.
Okay, guys, do you want to agree with me now that there's something about Gen Zs and noodles? So last podcast, I had a Gen Z in the studio. Okay. And the way she talked about noodles, the way she, you could feel the love and passion for noodles. Now, I start with a simple question for you again today, and you just give me noodles.
Noodles, straight ahead, ahead.
There's something about Gen Zs and noodles.
We are noodle generation. What do you think?
They definitely call them that.
Yeah.
I never even knew the correlation of noodle and Gen Z until now. I'm seeing it.
Yeah.
So, I would quickly want to ask, because they sent me a couple of combos that we felt it's quick.
Okay.
Beans and bread.
Beans and bread. Before the beans go done now, your hunger go don quench.
Pap and akara.
Pap and akara, okay, you can go to Mama Chinaza and buy akara, and then you mix it, you take your pap, but it's only by the grace of God that you'll be able to do a perfect pap. Because if the water boils too much, that's a problem. If you add too much water, it's a problem. If you don't quickly do it, it's a problem. Like, I think it comes from the corn. What do you think?
No, it comes from your hand. I do not know how to do it perfectly.
I think there are varieties of corn, and to me, to my own knowledge or what I have found out, because I do pap. Like, I do pap almost every time. Then I got tired and started doing custard.
Okay.
Because custard is easier.
So, but don't blame the corn. it's just, if you know how to do it, you know how to do it. So, but the thing is, if you don't add too much water, you still find out that it's not coming together. There's an easy style of you just taking that whole pap and putting it in a pot and stirring it.
Yes, and stirring it. That's our local.
Exactly. So you really don't give yourself headache. Now let's look at yam and egg.
Yam and egg. Okay. You have to go through the process of cooking this food. So yam. Before you start cutting the yam, whenever they tell me at home to cook yam, I'll be like, oh my God, you should just kill me. Because I'll start cutting them. And in my house, you dare not waste food. You have to cut the yam very well so that the inside would not be wasted. You understand?
Join that brown part.
Exactly. Yeah. So all of that, it's time.
Okay, so you mentioned gari and granite, and I do have gari and fried fish here.
Fried fish. Won't you go to? I saw a video of you when you went to. He said, I saw you with catfish, right? Was that a catfish I saw you with? Yeah. You said
the one I got from the Atlantic Ocean.
That video was so funny. Yeah. Well, I think Instagram muted it because of you used an audio.
Yeah, someone was telling me.
I saw. I could not tell. I don't think I could have told you because we are not connected on Instagram. So I saw the video. I was like laughing. I was like, but the caption was still there. Yeah. Most people would just go through the caption. And read.
Yeah, I noticed it, and I do not know why, because I actually got the audio from the Instagram. Audio selection. So, amongst all of those things that I've spoken about, noodle is still your best bet. Noodle and egg.
Yeah, noodle and egg. Well, why I said noodle and egg is very nutritious, but gari.
I'm not asking you about nutrition now. I'm asking you like the fastest things, what you think is like the greatest quick Nigerian combo.
Well, the fastest one in this category.
But now look at the greatest
and quick. Yeah. Gari is goated. Gari and groundnuts with sugar. That's goated. You can just go downstairs if you are living up. Then you get your gari, get Jebu gari, then get sugar and groundnut if you want to add groundnut. So if you don't have groundnut in the house, you can just put sugar. Most people even take gari with salt.
Yeah. I did a lot of gari with salt growing up.
Oh my God.
I actually left the university before I was able to take gari and sugar. I've always been a gari and salt person, but right now Jebu gari and sugar is like one of my best things.
Yeah. So the first day I tasted gari and salt, that day I felt like I wanted to vomit.
Oh no.
Because I have never in my life I've never tried it before.
In my town, we make gari like from scratch. People hardly buy gari. So you make your gari from scratch. And you know that freshly made gari, yellow gari. Do yellow gari, now add salt to it. It's a banger. God, like when I soak gari from the kitchen, I start eating it walking down. Before I get to the dining, I would have finished it. I'll go back
and take more. There's some gari that are so good.
Yeah, very nice.
Very good. Like I don't know if it has to be from the cassava.
Yeah.
I'm always gravy. I don't buy it has to be from the cassava.
No,
because
it's not about
there are some places that grow better cassava. Like, have you tasted Igbo fufu and Yoruba fufu? You will notice that there's a huge difference.
do not. The thing is, it's not really about the ingredients. It might affect it a bit, but not totally. Now, when we go to the fufu story, because I can do it from scratch. I know the whole process. Now the difference is this. It's usually about how it is soaked. How the cassava is soaked.
Wow.
Now, if you soak cassava with water that you are not changing, like you understand, cleaning and all of that, it will affect the outcome at the end. So probably in places where they do not have so much water.
Yes.
Because in my place, people actually soak gari in the river.
Oh.
They soak cassava in the river. So you can imagine a flowing river and all that. So it's going to be clean, it's going to be neat. It's not now that things are very dirty. So when you do it in places where you don't have so much water, it will affect color, it will affect the look and probably the taste. Then also the way they process, different regions process differently.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the difference between, you say, maybe the Igbo fufu and Yoruba fufu. The processing is different. Yeah.
Okay.
It took me time. Okay, the thing is, growing up, I ate a lot of fufu as well. Like I said, anything cassava gari is our thing. Yeah, so I eat akpu like every day. No jokes. Oh. No jokes. When I got to the university, that was how people knew me. That girl that is always eating akpu. Yeah. So, but immediately I came to Lagos.
Okay.
And I tried akpu here, and that was the end of me eating akpu because I couldn't deal. I did not understand the style. So I stopped eating.
So differently.
Yeah. And now my favorite is semo.
Semo.
Yeah. So I've not, for years I keep saying it, I've not tasted akpu. Except for maybe recently someone gave me like an akpu powder and all that, and I
they now make it in powder.
Yeah, they make it, and it was so beautiful.
Oh wow!
It was so beautiful.
Wow!
I enjoyed it, but because akpu was no longer my thing, I just couldn't. Yeah. So, but guys, this is where we throw the question back to you. In your opinion, what is your favorite quick and fast Nigerian cookbook? Thank you for joining us, Paul. I'm so happy you came today. All right, guys. See you next week. Same time, same station. Huh? Don't forget, stay refreshed with Malta Guinness.